Good morning and welcome to Family Computer Center. My name is Joji and today we are going to discuss about how to make navigation menu bar using CSS Flex. So let's move on to the lesson. So here I have opened a project folder. So there is nothing inside the project folder. So let me click this new file button and add my index.html file. Okay. So inside this root project folder, I'm going to add new folder called CSS. And inside the CSS folder, I will add a new file called style.css. Okay. So now we have our index file and CSS style file. So inside the index file, I'm going to make like an HTML boilerplate. So here you go. And for the document title, I'm giving like my website. Okay. And now I want to link my index file with my CSS file. So I will make a link statement here. So link CSS instead of this one, I'm going to say CSS dash style.css. Correct? Now, under the body, first we will create our menu items. Okay. So first I'm going to make a division called header. Okay. So when I put dot header, it makes a division which is having the class header. Okay. So inside this division is the one going to be there at the top of our website as a menu or navigation bar box. Okay. So inside that one in the left side, I want to show a logo. So for the logo, I will make a logo link. Okay. So I'm giving like hash href. I'm just giving a dummy plate here and I will classify it as logo and I will write the text here logo here. And in future, you can add your logo image in here. Okay. So inside this one, I will make a navigation bar, navigation tag called navbar. So it gives me a navigation tag which is having the class navbar. So inside this navbar, this is a navigation bar. So inside this navbar, we would like to add 6 menu items. So 6 links for the menu for the home, about us, product, services, careers, and contact us. So I'm going to write a multiply 6. So it gives me 6 different hyperlinks. Okay. So all the hyperlink I will add hash because all are now it is dummy hyperlink. Once we make the home page, contact us page, about us page, we can add what those links here. So instead of that, now just I'm placing hash. So I'm giving here home, then I'm giving here like about us, and here I will go for products. Then here I will go for services, and here I will go for carriers. Then finally contact us. So these are our menu links: home, about us, products, services, careers, and contact us. Okay, let's see how does it look like now. So I will copy the path of my index file and I will switch back to my browser and I will paste and go to that website. So now it is looking like this. Not so good, right? Okay. So once we write the styles for this one, it will look like the menu that we are expecting. Okay. So I will switch back to my Visual Studio Code and I will go to the style.css file. Okay. So first I will call my header class. So I think you remember which is the header class. Header class is this one which contain all of these things. Correct? So the main box. Okay. So first I want to apply a background color for this header class. So I'm just giving background color teal. Okay. So when I go back to my browser, so I'll just switch back to my browser and refresh the page. So you can see it is having now background color teal. Correct? But I can see some gaps here, all the way like around there is a white gap. So I don't want that. So that's the gap coming from our body's margin. So I'm gonna say like body margin, let it be 0. So when I switch back to my browser and I refresh, so there is no gaps now, correct? So this is the navigation bar in our website. Okay, so I will switch back to my CSS again and I will continue with the styles and I will say like width should be 100%. So it's already width 100% it is showing, but still for the safety we are saying what width 100%. And I'm gonna say like position fixed. That means when the user scroll around our web page, we don't want this header to move the position. We want the heading, the navigation bar to display there still. So that's why we set position to fixed. Okay, so now so far you can see our web page navigation bar is looking same as like this. There is no big changes when I add the position and display. But now what we want to do is like we want to display this logo in the left side and these items to the right side. Okay, and this should be like populated in the mid of vertically mid of this division. So I'm going back to my CSS. I'll switch back to my CSS and I'm saying like display flex. Okay, so and I'm saying like align items to the center. Okay, and justify content space between. So space between means, for example, in this header we have content called logo and we have content our navigation items. So if you set space between, logo will go to the left side and the item of navigation will go to the right side. Let's see that in action. So when I go back, when I refresh it, you can see logo is now here and our navigation item is now here in the right side. Okay, cool, right? So now what problem we are facing is like these things are blue in color and this is having an underline. As they are links, they are displaying the things in blue color and they are having an underline. So let's get rid of those things. So I'm switching back to my CSS and I will say like dot nav bar space A. That means what? Nav bar is the class for our navigation bar. When I put space A, that means the links inside the nav bar. Okay, so then I'm saying like color to white. So I'm changing the font color to white and I will say like text decoration none. Text decoration none is used to remove the underline. Now the color is changed to white and the underline is removed. Let's go back and check that. So when I refresh, for these things, color is now changed to white and underline is disappeared, correct? But we need some width for this, right? So some area should be covered. So I'll go back to my CSS and I'm setting some padding for this. So I'm saying padding 15px. Now let's switch back to the browser and see what happened. See, here you go. So we have a padding of what? 15px. Okay, so now for the logo, we haven't set any padding and we haven't set any color for this logo. So we will switch back to this one. We will continue with the navigation bar for setting some font style and font size. I'm saying like font family to Calibri, and I'll go with font size to 1 em. 1 em means one time bigger than the current size. So when I go back to my browser, when I refresh, it goes like Calibri and 1 em. Okay, so let me switch back to my CSS again, and now I will call the logo. So I'm saying like, so the logo is having the class logo. So I will go back here and say like dot logo, and I will say like text decoration none and padding 15px, correct? And I will say like color white. Okay, let me switch back. Let's set the same font style also, font family Calibri. Right, so let me switch back to the browser and see what happens. So when I refresh, there you go, our menu is now ready. So now what we are missing is like when the people hover over the menu, we just want to see some kind of animation when the people hover over the menu. So I will switch back to my CSS and I'm saying like dot nav bar space a colon hover. That means once the user move the mouse over the link, what should happen? And I'm saying like color should be black, and I will set the background color to yellow. Then I will say font weight to bold. Let's see what will happen. So once I switch back to my browser, when I refresh, when I hover this, look at there. So this is a menu which we were looking for, right? So it's very easy to make menu with CSS Flexbox. Few lines of code gives you a beautiful interactive navigation bar menus. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you will not miss any further video we post. See you again. Bye for now.